Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the beautiful Covelli Center here on the campus of the Ohio State Buckeyes, where tonight Iowa takes on those same Buckeyes. Finishing up starting lineups here for Ohio State. We've got a little light show going on. Decent crowd here tonight for trick-or-treating. I'm John Evans. Welcome aboard. Iowa will look to improve on their 9-13 record, 3-7 in conference, lost their last 5 matches, 2 to ranked opponents. Taken a set in 4 of those 5, but haven't been able to push through that. On the Ohio State side of the ledger, Ohio State comes into the match 8-12 on the season, 1-9 in the Big Ten, but boy, don't let that record fool you. The last 4 matches they've played in the Big Ten have all been against top 15 teams. Took Penn State to 5 sets, lost in extra points there. Took Minnesota to 5 sets, got reverse swept there. In between, lost to Nebraska and Penn State. Their lone win is against Northwestern, but then one of their other losses to Oregon and another one in 5 to USC, who's ranked in the top 20 when they played them. So their schedule in the Big Ten has been very difficult so far. They'll get Rutgers, Maryland, Northwestern a little bit later in the actually Northwestern is their one win. They'll get Rutgers and Maryland a little bit later in the conference. They'll get Indiana again, but they've kind of ran through the meat of the schedule and had some challenges. Tonight, Iowa in all black. You'll have Joy Gallis as libero, Claire Amaral, Hannah Whitting-Stahl, Gracie Gibson, Michelle Urquhart, Malu Garcia is back, and Alyssa Warden. She'll be the defensive specialist for Dom Phils. On the Ohio State side, Olivia Hasbrook is your libero, Mia Tooman, the great sophomore setter, Emmy Selman, the freshman outside, Reese Webker, Riley Rader, Emily Londot, I will call her name a lot, then Eloise Brandewie, one of the middles. 2 evenly matched teams. If they both play to their potential, it could be a lot of fun. Neither one played to their potential. Could still be an interesting match, just not as much fun. Iowa heads from here to Penn State. Ohio State heads to Michigan State for a Sunday match. Noon first serve. Iowa will first serve tomorrow against Penn State at 5:30, so an hour earlier than this one. As tonight we're on Big Ten Network, so we've got to wait for the official go-ahead before Olivia Hasbrook can get us going. Again, I'll say Emily Londot's name a lot tonight. She is number 1 in the Big Ten in kills. It takes her quite a bit to get there, though. She just hits 218, I'm sorry. But over 4.5 kills per set. So 2.5 digs. She's a little bit of a do-everything for Ohio State. Hasbrook knocks it over. Gallis, good pass to Amaral. Middle attack, Gibson swipes it, catches the back line, and scores. Just barely caught the back line. Coach Flynn Oldenburg checked her bench. Kind of gave her the, it was too close to worry about right now, and the Hawks get the first point. Joy Gallis flat foots one over. Bad pass there from Selman. Ace serve for Joy. Hawks will try to serve Selman a lot, make the freshman work. Go at her again. Bad pass Chased down by Tooman. Selman from off the net. Good swing. Ricochets off the block right into the 4 spot and scores. 2-1 Iowa. Mia Tooman, the sophomore now, heads back to the service line. Hustles forward and fires it over. Good pass from Urquhart. Amaral middle to Gibson. Whittingstall scores this time. Hawks get both middles involved. Lead 3-1. Malu Garcia now to serve. Freshman was working on the big topspin serve, but she goes with the float right down the line. Selman with the pass, goes outside to Londot, tips it. Amaral gets it. Whittingstall. Urquhart, good swing, but dug up by Hasbrook. Middle attack, boy, and that's pounded straight to the floor by Riley Rader. Selman back to the service line. That'll bring Reese Webker into the front row. Selman could serve. Gallus overpass. Good block by Amaral, and she gets the cover. Gallus steps in, pushes it out to Urquhart. Swing from the left side, dug by Hasbrook. Tooman steps in, gives another middle ball. One-on-one block there. Raiders blocked by Whittingstall. Good anticipation from Hannah, and the Hawks lead 4-2. Dom fills in, Alyssa Warden to the bench. Michelle Urquhart to serve. Mickey takes a couple pops and, ooh, boy, fires it well long. Hits the Buckeye logo that's 5-6 feet beyond the inline. 4-3 now. Riley Rader back to serve, the senior from Louisville. Floats it at Urquhart. Good ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall. Off the block, dug by Selman. Right side, Londot goes at Urquhart. Good dig. Amaral, back row, Garcia. Whiffed at that one, misses well wide. Buckeyes come back now, tied it at 4. Rader again. Good float this time. Whittingstall has to dive and get it. Amaral gives it to Phils. Good swing off the block. Dug up by Rader. Londot swings it off the block and scores. Buckeyes first lead, 5-4. Now with this front row configuration, Londot's going to get a ton of balls. Rader to serve again. Floats it over at Whittingstall. Good ball. Amaral takes a rip. She's blocked. Gallus steps in and takes it. Amaral goes to the slide to Whittingstall. Timing was off, though. She had a tip. Rader, easy dig. Londot misses long. Right. Yeah, the ball was out. Down ref on one side called it, or I'm sorry, the line judge on one side called it in. The one other line judge on the far side called it out. Up ref said, we're good. We're going to call this out anyway. Tied at 5. Whittingstall now to serve. Hannah sends it at Londot. Not a good pass. Ball's tight. Pushed back over, but Ohio State gets a couple slaps at it. Give the block to Gibson and Amaral. Might have been a kill, too. Ball got pushed onto the Iowa side. 6-5 Iowa. Whittingstall again. Good pass from Hasbrook. Right side swing. Hawks get that in the air. Phils gets the kill. Great hustle, good hands there. Amaral, as she came down on the block, was able to pop it up. Gibson saw it again, and Dom Phils took a rip at it and scored. 7-5 Iowa. Whittingstall, good serve. Hasbrook, bad pass. Selman steps in. Dug by Whittingstall. Urquhart all the way across. That's a good ball for Phils, but she misses long, no touch. Like the aggression, took a swing at it. Emily Londot back to the service line now. 7-6 Iowa leads here in the first. Londot pops it down the line at Urquhart. Emerald outside to Phils. Off the block. Bad pass there from Selman. That was an easy ball. Rifles off her platform. That was one of the things Iowa saw in the scouting report. Took advantage of it there. 8-6 Iowa. Emerald flat foots it. Boy, she hits the logo too. 8-7. Reese Webker now back to serve. Hops forward, pops it right in. Boy, that's a great serve. Coach Barnes thought it was out, but boy, it looked like it caught the back line. Over Gallus's head, tied at 8. Iowa receiving with 2 here. It's Urquhart and Gallus. That one sails well long, as that one did hit the logo on the other side of the floor. 9-8 now. Phils leaves, Alyssa Warden checks back in, she'll serve. Sleeve on her left leg. She fires that one, catches the back line, hit the seam perfectly between Selman and Hasbrook. Hasbrook has a tendency to step in and take those balls. She didn't that time. Selman didn't want it either. 10-8 Iowa, second ace. Goes at Selman again. Better pass this time. Selman gets a rip. Didn't connect well, but she got it onto the line on the far side. 10-9. So we completed the first lap as Hasbrook's back to serve. Iowa leads 10-9 after a lap. Hasbrook, the libero, knocks it over at Urquhart. Not a great pass. Amaral gives it to the right side. Garcia sharp cross, dug by Tuman. Hasbrook uses hands, back row from Londot, dug by Gallus. But it was an overpass, and that allowed Riley Rader to take a swing at it. Good play from Garcia to go up and try to block it, but she hit it at an angle and scored. 10-10. Urquhart, good ball. Emerald, right side Garcia. Heavy swings blocked. Selman and Rader with the block. Ohio State fights back. They lead 11-10. Hasbrook spins it 3 or 4 times in her hand. Now she comes forward. Gallus steps in front. Emerald. Outside, Urquhart has to push. Dug by Londot. Tuman well off the court. Pushed it across to Selman. She sails it wide. Tied at 11. First error for Selman. Little cleanup on the floor first. Londot went down to pass that ball. Left a mark. So we're tied at 11. Joy Gallus now to serve. Joy knocks it over with some pace. Selman, good ball. Comes back out to Selman. Dug by Gallus. Boy, Alyssa Warden's got to get out of the way there as Amaral was right there. Warden stayed in front of her, and they ended up shanking the pass off of each other. Didn't get a good second contact. 12-11 Ohio State. Not a packed place. Should be able to hear your setter calling for it. And if she couldn't, Claire needs to call for it. Tuman now to serve. Good serve. Warden, good pass. Amaral, the middle to Whittingstall, scores. Right into the one spot there, tied at 12. Garcia back to serve, the freshman from Hawaii. She'll go with the float again. Right down the line. Bad pass from Selman. Not a great pass. She gets a rip from the right side. Good dig from Warden. Gallus steps in. Urquhart. Good swing. Dug by Hasbrook. Tooman finds her way to it. Big swing off the right. That was Selman from the right side, scores off Warden. Went off the block and then off Warden. 13-12 Ohio State. Selman back to serve. Selman pops it over. Gallus, middle of the floor, Amaral. So it was off the block. Nobody called it off Urquhart, but the Ohio State bench is going to challenge immediately that the ball ricocheted off of Michelle Urquhart as she was standing out of bounds. Londot pleading her case to the up ref. And instead it'll just be a challenge. As it stands, it's 13-all. If it didn't touch Mickey, it was extremely close. I had a chance to talk to Coach Flynn Oldenburg before the match. Had to ask her about the Penn State match 3 or 4 matches ago when they had the strange overrule called that didn't really get overruled. And then they had to undo it 3 or 4 points later. It was a pretty interesting experience. Hadn't seen that one before, and I just asked her what the officials, the referees said to her, and she said her biggest takeaway was she just appreciated that they owned it. We'll see if I get the same response tomorrow from the Penn State coach as she was on the other end of that. We're still on the down. Still looking at the screens. 13-all here in the first set. Give Dom Phils 2 kills. Hannah Whittingstall has 2. Emmy Selman has 3 for Ohio State. Iowa hitting 211 in the early going. Ohio State hitting 176. 5 assists for Claire Amaral to go with 3 digs. 5 assists from Mia Tooman, 3 digs from Olivia Hasbrook. Each team with a block. Hannah Whittingstall had Iowa's. Riley Rader and Emmy Selman combined for the Ohio State block. I'm still of the opinion if it takes you this long to figure it out, it should stand, whatever got called on the floor. Again, a little bit lighter crowd. There's a small student section here dressed in their Halloween costumes. The band played a fantastic national anthem. They've got candy stations in the corners of the arena trying to help out some of the kids, but there aren't very many younger kids here. I'm sure if you ask the kids, do they want to go to the volleyball match or the trick-or-treating, I'm sure most of them chose trick-or-treating. It's like we are done with the review now. He's telling the TV crowd what the answer is. And now he'll step back and give the point to Iowa. Inconclusive. And Urquhart will serve for the Hawks. We're tied at 13. We're on TV and nobody's called timeout. So when one team gets to 15, we'll have our TV timeout. Mickey gets the green light now, fires it over. Good pass there. Ball goes to the right side, and that's a heavy, heavy swing from Londot. Great first pass from Webker. Tooman put it right in Londot's wheelhouse, and it's 14-13 Ohio State. Riley Rader back to serve. Urquhart, tight ball. Amaral, great set, fills off the block. Whittingstall tried to cover and couldn't. 15-13. And that should be the TV timeout. There it is. Ohio State on a 2-point run. Lead 15-13 here in the first. When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. Every day, University of Iowa Healthcare is working to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org. Error and a block on the Ohio State side has Iowa down to 150 hitting now in the set. Dom Phils, 2 kills, 2 errors on her 5 swings. Have to find a way to get through that. The Ohio State block, when you look as a team, just checking the Big Ten standings, Ohio State right in the middle, they're 9th, Iowa 12th. Ohio State averages almost 2.5 blocks a set, 2.44. You look at the stats, the teams are fairly even. Iowa averages just slightly more kills per set. Iowa actually hits a higher percentage, 210 to 200 for Ohio State. Assists per set. Ohio State slightly better. They average 11.67. Iowa at 11.2. Ohio State with about a third a dig more. Opponents' hitting percentage is one of the differences. Ohio State allowing opponents to hit 205. Iowa allowing opponents to hit 228. Serve floated over. Whittingstall steps in and takes it. Amaral pushes it to the slide. Great cut shot there from Whittingstall. Stops the Ohio State run, 15-14. And Hannah will go back to serve. Hannah leads Iowa with 3 kills. Sails that serve well out of bounds. 16-14. Londot back to serve. As a match Iowa can win if they compete in the serve receive. Londot at Gallus uses hands. Amaral outside behind Phil. She's blocked, covered though. Ooh, good hands there from Gracie Gibson. Tuman, back row, Londot tips. One-handed from Amaral. Phils gets it back on the floor. Garcia takes a swing at it. Dug by Selman. Slide, pushed across. Phil's block was late. And it was shoved over by Brandowie. Just tooled it off the hands, and Dom drug it straight down on the Iowa side, 17-14. Good transition play there from the Buckeyes. Londot hops forward, floats it at Gallus. Amaral behind Gibson. Transitioned out, and Iowa just slow to react there. Brandowie gets the kill. And Coach Barnes will call timeout. Iowa just a half step slow all of a sudden, and Ohio State takes advantage, and they now lead 18-14. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. So Ohio State's offense starting to click a little bit. Iowa's offense starting to just kind of flounder a bit. Ohio State up to 286. Iowa down to 167. 8 kills on 24 swings for Iowa. The connection there for Iowa from Amaral hit Gibson. Gibson had ran the slide already, and by the time the ball got to her, then it was well behind her, so she just had to punch it over. See if Iowa can find a way to get a crisper version of the offense going. Ohio State siding out at over 71% right now, so Iowa really needs to find a way to score multiple points in a row, especially if you're going to come back from a hole here. 5 different players with the kill for the Hawks. Malu Garcia still looking for her first kill in her first match back. And we're back from the TV timeout. Londot to serve with Ohio State on top, 18-14 here in the first set. Londot pops it over at Urquhart to Amaral, to Gibson out of the middle. Amaral, good hands. Gallus, Amaral take a swing off the block. Gallus had it covered but didn't really pop it up very well. And we'll see a change here as Meitzler will come in for Amaral, 19-14. Iowa needs the side out. Londot fires it at Urquhart, and instead of a side out, it's an ace serve for Emily Londot. And Iowa in trouble here in set 1. 20-14, second ace of the set for the Buckeyes. Londot, fastball at Urquhart. Meitzler, outside to Phils, off the block and out of bounds. Hawks had to have that one. Dom's got 3, 20-15. Meitzler to serve. Guesses she's going to go right down the line and hit it at Selman. She does. Selman, bad pass. Tuman outside. That's blocked. Webker's blocked by Gibson and Garcia, 20-16. Webker hits a low, flat ball. Iowa's got a chance with this block on top of her. Right down the line again. Better pass this time. Same spot. Dug by Urquhart, chased down by Garcia. Hawks collide, double contact. Just a lack of communication in Iowa. Dom Phils, Michelle Urquhart both hit it over. Not enough communication right now. Webker knocks it in the net. Hawks catch a break. 21-17. Alyssa Warden in to serve. Dom Phils will take a seat. Hawks going to need to find kills in this rotation. Warden off the tape. Great diving play there. Libero pops it over. Gallus gets it all the way across. This time there's some communication. Hasbrook, good ball to the middle. Slide, and that's powered home by Brandawee. 22-17 Ohio State. Again, just Iowa, after matching the intensity of Ohio State early in the set, Iowa's has fallen off a little bit, and the Buckeyes have turned it up a little bit, 22-17. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments. From state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more, the Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. Pretty sure I've seen state qualifiers for volleyball on my Twitter feed, which will mean that Extreme Arena will be a busy place, not with Iowa volleyball, but with high school volleyball. As Iowa continues the road trip tomorrow, as Iowa heads to State College, play number 3 Penn State. We'll get the week off before we head to Madison to play the Badgers, and then come home for a match on Sunday, November 10th, Iowa back home again in Extreme Arena to play the Northwestern Wildcats. 22-17 here in the first. Iowa led after the first lap. Buckeyes drafted and passed nicely in lap 2. Olivia Hasbrook back to serve now. The Buckeyes lead by 5. Hasbrook, 3 spins and a bounce. Fires it across court at Urquhart. Meitzler, Garcia pounds it off Londot's platform and scores. First kill for the Hawaiian Hammer. It's 22-18. Gallus now to serve for the Hawks. Knocks it over. Bad pass. Tipped over by Tooman. Meitzler diving play. Gallus, good ball. Urquhart off the tape. Dug by Londot. Tooman chases it down. Gets it up for Selman. She's blocked. Whittingstall, Garcia, and the Hawks within 3, 22-19. Gallus will serve it up again. As soon as we get a little floor cleanup done, she'll go in that seam, Selman and Londot. She's going to stay away from Hasbrook, the libero. Actually, she tried to hit it cross court. It was going to go at Hasbrook, and instead it hit the top of the net and rolled down 23-19. 4th service error of the set for the Hawks. Mia Tooman now back to serve. 9 assists and a dig for her. She sends a big floater. Warden steps in. Meitzler behind her to Garcia. Misses long. No touch called, and Iowa will go to the challenge card. Coach Yale and one of the Ohio's, Brian Wright from Ohio State, giving each other the maybe finger wags back and forth. So we'll see how that one pans out. See who gets the last finger wave. As it is, we'll come out with set point for the Buckeyes, 24-19 on the 3rd hitting error for Malu. Iowa down to 133 hitting for the match. 10 kills on 30 attacks with 6 errors. Buckeyes aren't a ton better, but now it's the service errors that are causing Iowa a little problem. This was pretty quick, so this would tell me that there's a touch. And so might get this flipped over here pretty quick. And there is. So give the point to Iowa and the kill to Malu Garcia. 23-20 now. And Amaral will check back in. So she'll be a front row setter here. Says gets those back sets maybe just a little bit better. Garcia now to serve. Pops it down the line. Selman, good ball. Outside Londot, it was tight. She tips it. Urquhart with one hand. Back row to Garcia. Rolls it over. Ooh, good diving play there. Londot from the left, dug by Gallus. Amaral steps in, pushes it. Back row, Garcia has to tip and scores right in the campfire. Timing of it wasn't great, but she took a good wipe at it and scored. And the Hawks have the lead and force Coach, I'm sorry, the Hawks do not have the lead, but pull within 2, 23-21, and use Coach Flynn Oldenburg's first time out. I'm struggling. I'm going to take 30 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar, because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded, down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
Welcome back to the Covelli Center. I'm John Evans. Iowa on a little bit of a run here, making this first set competitive. 23-21, Ohio State still leads. Iowa will come out with the serve and a chance to claw a little bit closer. Malu Garcia has the ball. She's ready to go. Both teams are back on the floor. They're ready to go. There's the horn. I think we're all ready to go now. We'll get TV back. So Ohio State a little inverted here with the Selman on the left, or on the right. She gets the ball. Blondot on the left, swings through the block, fires it off of Gallus and scores. And now they have, the Buckeyes have set point, 24-21. Emmy Selman back to serve. Selman pops it over. Gallus, bad pass. Hawks get it over. Hawks do not get it over. As it was called down. Interesting delayed call there. In any event, that'll be an ace serve that ends the set. Third ace for the Buckeyes. They take the first set, 25-21. Let's take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar because we got
No ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Welcome back to the Covelli Center on the campus of The Ohio State University. I'm John Evans. Ohio State takes set one, 25-20. Really, it was a spread out effort from the Buckeyes. 3 kills each for Emmy Selman, Emily Londot, and Eloise Brandowie. 2 for Riley Rader. As the Buckeyes hit 200, Iowa gets 12 kills, hits 219. 3 kills from Malu Garcia, 3 from Dom Fills, 3 from Hannah Whittingstall. But the Buckeyes win, serve, and receive. 3 aces, 2 errors for the Buckeyes, 2 aces, 4 errors for the Hawks. You can certainly see Iowa's serving pattern. Emmy Selman had 10 serve receptions. Similar play out for Ohio State as Michelle Urquhart had 9. Nobody else on the Buckeyes had more than 2 as Iowa really win it. Selman for the most part. 4 digs for Olivia Hasbrook leads the way there. Claire Emerald, 4 for the Hawks, 3 for Joy Gallus, and 3 for Michelle Urquhart. 7 assists for Claire Emerald as well. Each team with 3 blocks. Malu Garcia had a hand in 2 of them. She's the only one with double-digit blocks so far. Again, Buckeyes side out at 66%, and that's good enough as Iowa sides out at 56. But the early runs that the Buckeyes went on proved to be too big of a hill for Iowa to overcome. Pop back out here now for set 2. Iowa will serve going right to left. And it'll be Alyssa Warden for the Hawks. Alyssa comes forward, goes 5-5. Bad pass from Selman. Londot has a platform all the way across to Selman. Takes a big rip. She's blocked. It's covered. Selman again. Great swing, but dug by Gallus. Emerald back row to Warden. Rolls it over. Run through from Hasbrook. Tuman. Middle attack. Fired off of Emerald. Brandewie with the kill. First to 4. She's done it on 4 swings. Iowa had that happen in the last match where a middle couldn't stop a middle. Hasbrook to serve. Fires at Urquhart. Good ball. Emerald in the middle to Gibson. Off Londot. Good play. Tuman pushed it way outside. Off the block and scores though as Selman fired it off of Gibson and Garcia. 2-0 Buckeyes. Selman with 4 now. All right, it's 4 spins and a toss for Hasbrook. That's the routine. She knocks it at Gallus. Great pass, middle of the floor. Emerald. Good diving play from Londot. Back out Selman. Blocked. Gibson and Garcia rejected that one, and ball landed off Londot just inside the back line. 2-1 now. Caitlin Clark jersey walking past me. Indiana Fever Caitlin Clark jersey walking past me. And Joy Gallus will serve for the Hawks. Joy punches it over. Londot, good pass. Middle attacks tipped over, and boy, that is a great tip there. Riley Rader, perfectly placed ball. Just over top of the Iowa block, right into the campfire. 3-1. 3-1 Bucks. Tuman floats it down the line. Garcia, bad pass, but she'll get a swing at it. Off the block, scores. Bad pass put Amaral into the net. Claire did a good job to get that ball set back to the right. And Malu with no approach tooled it off the block nicely. Malu, big high floater. Selman digs up. Londot, sharp cross and scores. Boy, that was a beauty. And again, when Selman is in the front right position, they just pull her back in serve receive. Londot then is front left. Not necessarily the positions they love, but Londot can hit from anywhere. Selman sails it long. She has an ace, but she gets the error there. 4-3 Bucks. Dom Phil's back in. Michelle Urquhart back to serve. Mickey goes fastball. Good pass there from. Oh, blocked. Whittingstall and Phil's block Londot. That was Webker with the initial pass. And the Hawks set up on Londot, get the block, just her second error, and the Hawks have tied it at 4. Urquhart misses wide. Really trying to get that ball to Webker and miss Hasbrook. When you flirt with the lines, you're going to miss occasionally. 5-4. Ohio State leads. Riley Rader back to serve. Good high floater. Whittingstall takes it. Good ball. Slide to Whittingstall. Great dig there from Selman. Londot from the right. Good tip. Dug up by Urquhart. Amaral. Fills. Great. Oh, didn't shove it off of Londot's block. Actually, it looked like it went off Londot's block. She immediately turned and kind of celebrated, and Iowa will challenge. Just a reminder, Ohio State challenged in the first set. They were incorrect, so they only have one challenge left. Iowa challenged in the first set, and they were correct. So Iowa still with both challenges. I am right up on the 10-foot line on, that's the Ohio State side of the floor now. And again, that was quick. So if it's that quick, that's going to tell me that there's a touch. And so we'll come back out of the timeout, tied it, or out of the challenge, tied at 5. So give Phils the kill instead of the attack error. Dom with 4 now. And Hannah Whittingstall back to serve for the Hawks, tied at 5. Oh boy. Hannah sails that one long. Iowa trying to serve aggressively but struggling to keep it in. 6-5 Ohio State. 6th service error of the match for the Hawks. Emily Londot to serve. Good serve at Gallus, but a good ball from to Amaral. Phils, big swing. Blocked right down on the Buckeye side. Dom's the first to 5. Meitzler will check in. She'll serve. She'll serve and set for the Hawks. Amaral heads to the bench. Iowa now running a 5-2. Meitzler spins it, fires it into the net. Boy, Iowa killing themselves right now from the service line. And Caitlin Hoffman will come in to serve for Reese Webker. She bops it right down the line at Gallus. Meitzler, Gibson. Boy, that connection has been strong. Tied at 7. Gracie with her second. By the way, happy birthday, Gracie Gibson. I've continually forgotten to congratulate people on the birthdays. Gracie has hers today. Ace serve from Melissa Warden. She serves it off Selman. Hawks take their lead, 8-7. And the Buckeyes will push Selman out of serve receive this time. Push her up. So that means Hoffman's in serve receive. Look for the ball to go toward her. It does. Not a great pass. Tuman pushes it out to Selman. Big swing. Boy, and that's a beautiful cross. Went into that 4-5 seam and scored. Tied at 8. Hasbrook now to serve. 4 spins and a bounce on her hand. Then she fires it over at Gallus. Good pass to Meitzler. Middle attack. Gibson scores. Hannah heads in. Gracie to the bench. Meitzler heads out. And Amaral comes back in. So Amaral setting 4 spots, it looks like. Meitzler setting 2 right now. Somebody on the Buckeye side of the floor is a heavy sweater. So we've spent a lot of time with the Swiffer mop out there. Gallus knocks it over. Pass from Hoffman. Slides, block covered up. Warden. Amaral. Urquhart, good sharp cross, and she'll score. And the Hawks have a 2-point lead, 10-8. Just Mickey's second kill. She's rotated through the front row quickly. Hasn't really got a lot of tries today. Gallus fires it over. Hasbrook, tight pass. Tooman sets it. Tipped over by Riley Rader. Boy, the Hawkeye defense just looked a step slow that time. Tooman was a front row setter, so Whittingstall kind of stuck with her. But then nobody really covered the middle. Tooman to serve, 10-9 Iowa. Gallus, good ball to Amaral. Whittingstall, overpass from Hasbrook. Urquhart with the fadeaway scores. Mickey with 3. Iowa leads 11-9. Buckeyes took the first, 25-21. Malu, big high floater. Hasbrook, perfect pass. Outside, Londot. Boy, you're going to have to do something different than put a big high float to the libero. And she dimes it right to Tooman. And then lets Londot take a free run at it. Tempo's good, and they're able to score. Selman now, 11-10 Iowa. Great serve. Dropped it right down the line. Beat a diving Gallus. We're tied at 11. Fourth ace for Ohio State. Stat broadcast was quick for the Buckeyes on that one. Selman, same spot. Not a great pass. Hawks get away with a double because you can now. Tooman, right side, Londot, high off the block. Garcia, high ball, middle of the floor. Amaral, Whittingstall on the slide. Dug by Tooman. Londot chases it down. Boy, Webker took a swing at it. Dug by Gallus. Urquhart takes a swing right into the net. That was a tough ball from Garcia. Love the aggression, but really hard to get your money's worth out of that one. Buckeyes retake the lead, 12-11. Selman. Better pass from Gallus. Urquhart, dug by Hasbrook. Tooman, all the way. Londot goes down the line and misses wide. No touch. Challenged immediately by Coach Flynn Oldenburg. Kind of a big spot here if she's wrong. But we'll get the challenge. As it is, tied at 12. As quickly as Ohio State challenged that, I would guess it'll be 13-11 pretty shortly after. 5 for Dom Fills, 5 for Emmy Selman, and then 5 for Emily Londot, who's got a 6th one pending a review. Iowa hitting .271 should be enough to win. 7 service errors have caused a problem. Buckeyes hitting .250 this set. Iowa hitting .375. All right, so this wasn't as patently obvious as the other ones were, although he is done now. If I were better at reading lips from a distance, I'd give it a go here, but as he tells the table and then he tells the TV audience. And then my giveaway is which side he comes out to. Calls the touch, gives the point to the Buckeyes, 13-11. So Buckeyes still have a challenge left. And Emmy Selman still at the service line. She hops forward and fires it into the net. Almost iced your own server there with the challenge, but still worked out. 13-12 Buckeyes. Dom Phils back into the front row for the Hawks. Michelle Urquhart to serve. Missed a couple for the Hawks today. See if she can find her spot. Goes at Selman. Tooman outside. Webker off the block and scores. Gonna live with that if you're Iowa. Webker's a little undersized. And take your chances that you can get a block on her. Riley Rader back to serve. Buckeyes by 2, 14-12. Great float serve. Phils takes it. Amaral slide to Whittingstall. Boy, and it's hammered home. Hannah Whittingstall with 4. Hawks back to within 1, 14-13. Gallus leaves, Gibson to the front row. Hannah Whittingstall to serve. If Hannah puts the float on, she does. She goes with a flat-footed serve here. Good seam shot, but the Hawks aren't ready. Dom Phils not paying attention on the overpass. That's going to actually go as a kill for somebody. It's 15-13, and that will lead us to the TV timeout as Iowa just not alert there and really cost Iowa a point. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 57 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. So 15-13 Buckeyes at the media timeout. Give Emily Londot the kill. See if they leave that with her. That's a friendly scorekeeper right now. It looked like there were 2 on that ball, and maybe she got the most of it. Yeah, Buckeyes all of a sudden up to 444 here in this set. 10 kills to just 2 errors. Iowa hitting 412, 8 kills with 1 error. Londot with 7 now to go with 4 digs. Dom Phils with 5. Garcia, Whittingstall 4 apiece. They each have 3 blocks as well. So 15-13. And this was when Ohio State pulled away in the first set. So Iowa needs to get a side out right now. Stop the Ohio State pressure and push back here. Ohio State's a team that's blown some leads. Lost a 2-0 lead against Minnesota in their last match here at home on Sunday. Don't necessarily want to go that far down though. Londot knocks it over at Gallus. Bad pass. Urquhart steps in, gives a good ball to Phils. Big rip, misses out of bounds. 16-13. That's the step you'll want to see Dom take as she goes from freshman to sophomore, even later this year. Love the aggressive swing. You got to find a way to get that ball in to be that really terminal left side pin. Londot at Gallus. Good ball to Amaral this time. And boy, the block was set up on Gracie Gibson, and it's 17-13. Hawks will make a change. Meitzler heads in for Amaral. And Iowa has to have a side out here. According to the line judge, it catches the in line, and Coach Barnes will challenge. Iowa had a pretty good view of it. Of course, so does the line judge, and he's in theory, not biased like the Iowa Hawkeyes are, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes for Iowa. But boy, again, exactly the same spot we were in the first set. Back and forth, tight first half. And then a Buckeye flex. Iowa going full limbo over there now with their therapy bands to start. Buckeyes in a quieter huddle on their side, doing a little dance to the house music. And again, he's still spinning the wheel on the thing. So the longer this takes, the less positive it is for Iowa. (18-13). Iowa went from hitting 400 to hitting 263 with a couple errors and a heartbeat. Yeah, I think this is going to be at best inconclusive and at worst confirmed, as he gives the news right now to the TV audience. And then steps over. And it was out. Hawks catch a break. Actually, they don't catch a break. They had to use a challenge to get there because the line judge missed the call. But Iowa still with 2 challenges. Get the important side out there. 17-14 now is on the Londot service error. Meitzler to serve. She sails it at Selman. Tumen. Brandowie fires it off of Meitzler, and it's 18-14. Buckeye middles, 9 kills on 12 swings and 1 error. That's a .667 hitting percentage. Caitlin Hoffman back in to serve for Ohio State. 18-14 here in the second. She sails that long. That one was pretty close as well. It looked like it was going to be way out. Bottom fell out of it. Just went over the inline. 18-15. 6 service errors now for Ohio State. Alyssa Warden to serve. Warden, bad pass. Hasbrook steps in. Selman, big rip, scores. Iowa just can't get that. They got the serve that time. You had it out of system and just couldn't get that key next step to close this gap. 19-15. Hasbrook to serve. Urquhart. Bad pass into the support. 20-15. Fifth ace for the Buckeyes. Hasbrook into the net. 7th service error for the Buckeyes. 20-16. But the Buckeyes can afford to trade 1 for 1 right now. Iowa's got to put points together here, and it'll start with a Joy Gala serve. Right on the net. Tumen tips it over. Meitzler was on her heels. Ball falls in front of her. 21-16, Tumen's first kill. She'll set most of those balls, but boy, you have to still be ready. Tumen right down the line. Gallus, not a great pass. Meitzler, and that'll go for an ace serve as well on the Gallus. Poor first pass, 22-16. Coach Barnes will use his first time out of the set as Iowa in trouble here in set 2. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Just a flat environment here, and Iowa playing a little bit like that right now as the Ohio State band's about to start playing and pick it up a little bit, but it's just a Buckeye fans are kind of on their hands. Iowa not really giving themselves a lot to get fired up about. And so somewhere in there, especially on the road, you've got to find a way to motivate yourself. Iowa did a good job of that the first weekend of the season. On the East Coast trip to Rutgers and Maryland, Iowa found a way. Rutgers wasn't exactly a hotbed of energy, and Iowa found a way to plow their way through that in their first Big Ten road test. Went to Maryland, which was a good environment, small gym, loud gym. But here now, they've just had a hard time getting going. Both teams come into the match having lost 5 straight Big Ten matches. Iowa a couple more wins than the Buckeyes so far on the season. Iowa serve receive has been a little shaky in recent weeks. It really needs to step to the plate now. Tuman, Gallus, not a good ball. Whittingstall takes it. Urquhart takes a swing from the outside the court. Somebody's in the net. Tipped over. And that's Riley Rader. Maybe it was the ball, I guess, or maybe it was. Get another substitution here as Emerald will come back in for Meisler. 23-16. Tuman gets the go-ahead. Gallus, bad pass. Emerald has the platform. And that'll go as another ace serve. 7 aces. And the Buckeyes have way, way too many set points here at 24-16. Tuman right at Gallus again. That's an overpass. And the back row setter can't go up and compete. And Iowa serve receive just falls apart in the back half of the set. And the Buckeyes sprint out to a 25-16 second set win. And now lead the match 2-0. We're going to take a couple minutes here. Ohio State 2, Iowa none. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Hey Hawks, Peyton Sanford here. Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa student athletes like me to support charities throughout Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Kirk Ferentz. Support Iowa's corn farmers by pumping up with Unleaded 88. Fuel your drive to the game with a clear choice at the pump. Unleaded 88 is cheaper, greener, and homegrown. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Let's go Hawks.
John Evans back here at the Covelli Center on the campus of the Ohio State University. Ohio State now leads 2-0 after fairly tight first halves of the set. Buckeyes pull away in the back half of both sets. Iowa made a little run at the end of the first set, but boy, second set was all Buckeyes after the TV timeout. Was just looking at the stats, trying to compare first set to second set to see the differences. And I could see them before the Buckeyes turned the lights out. Made it more difficult to tell what was going on. Iowa hits 250 in the second set, but allows Ohio State to hit 565. And that's what happens, again, when you struggle to pass. Iowa just receiving at 857, 6 aces allowed. And right now, Ohio State picking on Iowa libero Joy Gallus, as she was served at 12 times in set 2, allowed 2 aces, particularly those balls there at the end of the set. Iowa kind of went away from their strategy early in the match. They were serving at Selman. Second set, they only served 4 balls at Selman. But Iowa 3 aces, 7 errors. Buckeyes 6 aces, 7 errors. That last one doesn't go as an ace for the Buckeyes, but the overpass leads directly to a point. When Iowa got the overpass on a serve, it ended up going as a kill for the Buckeyes, as Iowa wasn't prepared for the overpass. So we'll see. Looks like the same lineup out there for the Hawks to start the set. See if any changes get made as we go along. 7 kills for Emily Londot, 6 for Riley Rader, 6 for Emmy Selman, 5 for Eloise Brandowie. The Buckeyes hitting 358. Dom Phils with 5 lead the Hawks. Whittingstall and Garcia 4 apiece, 3 from Gibson and Urquhart. And Hasbrook will serve to start set 3. Gallus, tough pass. Amaral pushed it all the way across to Urquhart. Misses wide. Hasbrook again. Urquhart, good ball to Amaral. Behind Gibson though. Oh, Hawks catch a break as Tooman and Selman collide and let it fall right over the middle block. So we're tied at 1. Whittingstall back in. Joy Gallus now to serve for the Hawks. Bad pass from Selman. Platformed over by Webker. Warden, Amaral. Whittingstall hits it long. No touch called. Timing of that connection just wasn't quite on. Whittingstall was coming down, ended up just mishitting it a little over. Tooman now to serve. Gallus, bad pass. Warden. Urquhart, blocked, covered by Whittingstall. Blocked, covered by Amaral. Urquhart off the block and scores. Boy, that was ugly, but the Hawks will take it, tied at 2. Mickey's got 4. Garcia now to serve. Selman, bad pass. 4th Hawkeye ace makes it 3-2 Iowa. You got to put every ball on her. Wherever she's hiding right now, Iowa has to serve every single ball at her. Garcia hits the antenna instead. And we're tied at 3. Selman now back to serve. Knocks it at Gallus. Amaral outside to Urquhart. Dug by Selman. Chased down by Tooman. Webker's blocked. Covered by Selman. Boy, good pass there. Tooman put a good ball for Riley Rader. In transition, was able to get that to the middle. 4-3 Ohio State. Selman again. Gallus. Amaral chases it down. Urquhart has to run and tip. Webker off the net. Blocked by Hannah Whittingstall. Good solo block there. Whittingstall stayed with it. Webker just tried to hit a low ball, kind of a, just really almost a running down ball. But Whittingstall stayed with it, was able to square the block up and send it right back, tied at 4. Urquhart having the minions yell at her from behind. Selman, bad pass. Hasbrook outside Webker. Sends it. Oh boy, tough break for Iowa. Whittingstall's called in the net. Webker hits it well long. It's just the can't get out of your own way portion of the program. 5-4 Bucks. Riley Rader floats it over Whittingstall. Great pass. Amaral. Whittingstall off the block. Hannah starts it. Hannah finishes it. Nice job. 5 for her. She'll go back to serve. Meitzler into the front row for Amaral. Whittingstall powers it over. Selman, bad pass again. Webker misses long. If you can serve it, Selman, get her out of system, then make Webker take those swings. I would expect Londot to get a swing from the back right here. Whittingstall. Hasbrook steps in and takes it. Londot. She didn't have to swing from the back right. She was front right, and she slams it home. 6-all. Londot with 8 now. She leads everybody. Now she's back right as she's back to serve. Good serve. Gallus chased down by Meitzler. Fills. Londot up into the ceiling. Misses all the rafters. Tooman, great platform. Webker has a tip. Fills. Meitzler pushed over from Garcia. Hasbrook. Tooman. Hawks get the middle. Meitzler one hand. Gallus. Fills. Hasbrook. Great pass. Tooman. Webker. Dug by Garcia. Meitzler. Shoved off the block by Fills. Recycle it. Garcia. Rolls it at Selman. Tooman. Back row Londot. Blocked onto the Hawkeye side. Long rally ends up with the Buckeyes. It's 7-6. Emily Londot again. Boy, great serve. Overpass from Gallus. And Brandewie whiffs. Hawks catch a break there. Brandewie's first error is a funny one. I guess funny if you're sitting on the Hawkeye side, maybe not quite so funny on the Buckeye side. Tied at 7. Meitzler to serve. Boy, that is just not even close. Tried to go right down the line at Selman. Bottom half of the net, 8-7 Buckeyes. And again, they're trying to hit that ball. They're trying to really work Selman, so they are trying to be very specific. It's not even really about pace. It's about making Selman play it. Hoffman back in to serve. Gallus. Meitzler. Gibson shoves it over and scores. Good set from Meitzler. A little behind her, but boy, that's a tough ball to set the middle. Got in front of a diving Londot, tied at 8. And Iowa has been here before, where you play the first half of the set really well. Buckeyes, who've had trouble closing this year, have not had trouble closing Iowa. Alyssa Warden came in for Dom Phils. She'll serve. Slaps it over at Hoffman. Bad pass. Hasbrook overpass. Garcia slams it home on the overpass. (9-8) Iowa. Londot had a sweat issue again. We had to get the Swiffer out. Warden again. Hoffman, good pass. Tooman. Selman off the block. Warden gets in the air and gets it. Meitzler, good ball to Urquhart. Misses down the line. Out. Tried to either shave it off the Tooman block or just go right down the line. Either way, didn't get hands and didn't catch the line. Olivia Hasbrook to serve, tied at 9. Gallus, Meitzler, Urquhart. Hasbrook gets a great dig. Selman. Off of Gallus's shoulder on the far side of the court and into the 5th row on the near side of the court. Good fastball from Emmy Selman. She's got 8. The Buckeyes retake the lead 10-9. Hasbrook off the tape and an ace. That one's tough break for the Hawks. Tied at 7. I'm sorry, aces and errors are tied at 7 for the Buckeyes. 7 of each. 11-9. Ohio State leads the 3rd. Urquhart, good ball to Meitzler. Right side to Garcia. She misses wide. 12-9. Boy, a tape service ace sandwiched by 2 Hawkeye missed line shots. And Iowa's down 3. Off the tape. Urquhart gets the platform. Garcia from off the net. Dug by Londot. Tooman. Middle attack's blocked by Gibson. Tooman again to the outside to Selman. Dug by Warden. Gallus chases it down. Urquhart actually swings at that ball. Great swing. Hoffman. Middle attacks off the block. Garcia one hand. Warden platforms it across. Mickey gets a rip, but it's blocked straight down. Tooman and Rader get the block, and Iowa won't make it to the TV timeout this time. 13-9 Buckeyes, and Iowa uses its first timeout. Express Midwest is Iowa's locally owned and operated ground transportation specialist who have served Iowa City for more than 37 years. With a selection of chauffeured black cars, limos, sprinters, and buses, they have solutions for all your transport needs. Check out their website at expressmidwest.com. Five straight for the Buckeyes. 13-9 here now. They lead set 3, lead the match 2-0. 25-21 in the first, 25-16 in the second. And Iowa just struggling right now to find offense. And it's really self-inflicted. It was just looking back through 2 sets, the Buckeyes had 4 blocks. They only have 5 now, so only one of the 5 Hawkeye hitting errors this set were because of a block. So Iowa just struggling to make Ohio State play. Iowa down to 164. Iowa holding Ohio State to 118 this set. But a couple more service errors for the Hawks this set. Iowa does have a block as well. But struggling to string points together. 5 kills for Phils, Whittingstall, Gibson, and Garcia. 4 for Michelle Urquhart. 14 assists for Claire Amaral. 6 digs from Joy Gallus. 4 players with 4. Hannah Whittingstall with 4 kills. Or, I'm sorry, 4 blocks. 9 kills, 7 digs for Emily Londot. 7 and 4 for Emmy Selman. Olivia Hasbrook has 11 digs. Mia Tumans dished out 25 assists. And Hasbrook now will serve. Urquhart, Meitzler, Garcia tips. Hasbrook tries to dive and get it. Boy, she came from nowhere. Ball still finds the floor. Garcia with 6 now. Gallus in to serve. Amaral back in for Meitzler. Gallus knocks it over at Londot. Good pass. Outside to Selman. Dug by Warden. Urquhart wins the joust. Great job from Mickey there. That's the senior understanding leverage. Goes up and shoves it over. 13-11. Gallus, Londot, outside to Selman again. Misses long. No touch. 13-12. All right. Finding a way to battle back here. High floater this time. Hoffman takes it. Tuman. Slide. Rader. Iowa has had no success with that short serve. Pushed it up too high. And they've been able to just run system right out of it. 14-12. I know part of it was you wanted to change the receiver, move him forward and backward. But Iowa's just telegraphing it a little too much. Tuman. Gallus. Amaral to Garcia. Scores. 14-13. Now would be a great time for Malu to heat up. Garcia pops it across at Londot. Comes back. Great ball. Urquhart. Amaral takes a swing. She's blocked. And the Buckeyes are in the net. Selman on the far side's in the net. Might be the first time Iowa's won a point on this rotation. Selman on the right, Londot on the left. Iowa's had a hard time getting through it, but Garcia gets the, she had an ace serve, so she's won at least 1 point. Get a little court cleanup as Iowa's tied it at 14. Malu hitting .250, 7 kills, 4 digs, 3 blocks for the freshman from Hawaii. She gets the go-ahead from the up ref. She comes forward and fires. A serve. Malu Garcia and the Hawks have the lead, 15-14. Timeout, Buckeyes. Iowa on top, 15-14. We'll take 30 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
Despite the unshakable Iowa-Corn Cy-Hawk rivalry, there is one thing Iowa State and University of Iowa fans can both agree on: getting hyped for Unleaded 88. It's cleaner burning and better for your engine, and it's cheaper than other fuel options, making Unleaded 88 the clear fuel choice. If Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk rivals can agree on it, you know it's worth the hype. So pump it up with Unleaded 88, grown by Iowa corn farmers.
John Evans back here at the Covelli Center. 15-14, Iowa leads the third set. Dropped the first two, so they need to battle, need to make a comeback here. Malu Garcia at the service line for the Hawks. Iowa on a 3-0 run. Had fallen behind 13-9. So a 6-1 run gets Iowa back in it here. We get TV back. And Garcia gets the go-ahead to serve. Malu pops it long. Tied at 15. She tried to go aggressively at Hoffman. Missed over her head. Webker checks back in. And Selman heads to the service line. Selman, Gallus, Emerald pushes it out to the outside. Urquhart off the block, diving play from Hasbrook. Londot, sorry. Oh, and Webker's blocked. Hasbrook tries to dive and cover, couldn't do it. Block goes to Amaral and Whittingstall, and the Hawks lead 16-15. Urquhart pops it at Selman. Good pass this time. All the way back across to Londot. She's blocked out of bounds. Good tool from Londot. 16 all. Riley Rader back to the service line. 8 kills for the senior. Big high floater. And that'll go for an ace serve. That floater worked as Iowa didn't read it very well. 8th ace serve for the Buckeyes. 17-16. Raiders' first ace. She's filled up the stat sheet nicely, hitting 500, a couple digs, a couple blocks, and now an ace. This time Raider gives the fastball at Gallus. Amaral, back row Garcia. Misses well long, no touch. The ushers here root. It's very interesting as I'm sitting up on the concourse. Raider at Gallus. Amaral takes a rip. She's blocked. She has to cover herself. Gallus steps in, gives the ball inside to Fills. Overpass. Whittingstall whiffs. Back row Selman off the tape. Urquhart, Amaral, Whittingstall on the slide, scores. Huge point there for Iowa. 18-17. Meitzler will come back in. Whittingstall will serve. Hannah flat foots it over. Selman, bad pass. Webker down the line and scores. Boy, Iowa's got to cover that one. If your block is inside, I think Urquhart's on the line. Ball's coming fast. Ricochets just off of her. 19-17. Londot back to serve. Pops it over at Urquhart. Bad pass. Meitzler back row to Garcia. Tooman tips it over. And the Hawkeyes just are not ready for it again. 20-17. Her tendency is to set that tight ball, but boy, if you're not going to try to block it, which I understand, then your back row needs to be on their toes and shuffling. Big point of the third set here. Londot. Overpass. Meitzler wins the joust, though. Webker. Dug by Garcia. Meitzler. Urquhart from the back row scores. That was huge. Urquhart splits the 1-6 seam and scores 20-18. Meitzler now to serve for the Hawks. Knocks it at Hasbrook. Not a great pass. Slide. Brando, he's dug up. Urquhart pushes hands. Garcia misses long again. Just tries to roll it over, but rolls it well beyond the inline. 21-18. I was talking about with Dom Phils earlier, when Malu can find a secondary go-to shot there to challenge the defense. Hoffman punches it down the line at Gallus. Meitzler outside to Phils, blocked, and the Hawks can't cover. 22-18. Boy, that's the Tooman block. Phils will leave. Alyssa Warden will come back in. She'll be in the front row. Hawks have to side this one out. Hoffman floats it over. Gibson. Meitzler. Gibson scores. They had to, and they did. Gracie Gibson handles serve receive exceptionally well. Gets a good ball and scores 22-19. Alyssa Warden to serve. Knocks it over the end line. That is 11 service errors for Iowa, and at 22-19 trailing in the third. Just can't happen. Hasbrook spins it 4 times, pops it, and comes forward. Gallus, Meitzler, Gibson out of the middle, scores 23-20. All right, Joy Gallus back to serve for the Hawks. She has 1 of the 5 aces. I'm being harsh on Alyssa Warden. She has 2 of the 5 aces, so she's been good at the service line. Gallus knocks it at Hasbrook. Tooman on the slide, tips. Gallus diving play. Amaral fights through traffic. Urquhart misses wide. Match point now for the Buckeyes. Mia Tooman back to serve. And Coach Barnes will actually challenge something here. When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. Every day, University of Iowa Healthcare is working to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org. Coach Barnes had a timeout, but rather than use the timeout, you might as well go ahead and use the challenge and see if you can get something reversed. You're getting kind of the same action here. As Iowa backs up against the wall, holding Ohio State to 133. Ohio State just has 9 kills in this set. But Iowa has 4 service errors and 2 aces. As the Buckeyes, 8 aces, 7 errors. Iowa, 5 aces, 11 errors. Whatever the review was, didn't take too long. Coach Barnes still looking over there, though, so cautiously optimistic, perhaps. And he wins the challenge. That ball was in. 23-21 on the Michelle Urquhart kill on the cross court. Huge, huge challenge there. Buckeyes now making sure they're in rotation. And now they'll drop back into serve receive once they get comfortable with rotation. Londot, Hoffman, and Hasbrook to receive serve from Joy Gallus, 23-21. Londot, bad pass. Selman, blocked, covered though. Londot knocks it over. Gallus, Amaral, Garcia. Good dig from Hoffman. Tuman loses the joust but covers herself. Hasbrook, Londot sails it long. Hawks back to within 1. It's 23-22. Coach Jen Flynn Oldenburg uses her second timeout with the Hawks down by 1. Let's take a minute. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Fran McCaffrey. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Welcome back to the Covelli Center. I'm John Evans. Iowa trying to come back, scored 3 straight. It's 23-22 here in the third. Quick point on those commercials. I don't often listen closely to those commercials, but it was very odd to hear the Hawk Talk with Coach Fran McCaffrey and Coach Jan Jensen. It's been Coach Lisa Bluter for so long, and Coach Jan Jensen has been the capable lieutenant that now gets to take the helm. And couldn't happen to a nicer person. Our whole staff has been fantastic in all my years in Iowa City. Gallus knocks it over. Londot, decent ball, slide. And the Hawks can't get the dig. Match point this time for real. Riley Rader. 24-22, Mia Tuman back to serve. Yeah, I've got an usher doing the clap here beside me. It seems very strange. Tuman. Gallus, tight ball to Amaral. Good ball to Whittingstall, and she scores. Hawks will get one more try, 24-23. And Malu Garcia will be the one to try to keep the Hawks alive. Going to serve at the middle of the floor, I would guess. She does. Londot, good ball. All the way back out to Londot. And it catches the line off the tape. And the Hawks will challenge. Ball caught the tape, rolled along. Looked like it caught the far line, but I thought Michelle Urquhart's ball was out on the near line. get a good quick judge from how long it takes. Buckeye fans think it was in. They're leaving. And it must have been in because it didn't take very long to make the call. It was. Londot gets the kill, her 11th. As the super senior has a great match. 11 kills, hits 364, 7 digs, a couple blocks, and an ace. And the Buckeyes sweep the Hawkeyes 25-21, 25-16, and 25-23. And I will be brief as we don't have a lot of time before we have to catch our flight as they changed this game time on us and made our flight a little difficult and challenging. But as it is, the match ends in well enough time for the Hawks. 7 kills for 4 different players for the Hawks. Whittingstall, Gibson, Urquhart, and Garcia. 5 for Dom Fills. As the Hawks hit 207 as a team. 18 assists for Claire Emerald. 10 for Jenna Meitzler. A couple ace serves for Malu Garcia and Alyssa Warden. 8 digs for Joy Gallus. 6 for Michelle Urquhart. 5 for Malu Garcia. 5 for Alyssa Warden. 5 blocks for Hannah Whittingstall. 3 for Malu Garcia. Iowa hits 207 as a team, but the Buckeyes hit 270, led by Emily Londot with 11, Riley Rader with 9, Emmy Selman with 7, 30 assists from Mia Tuman, couple ace serves for Selman and a couple for Olivia Hasbrook, 7 digs for Londot, 12 for Hasbrook, 3 blocks for Eloise Brandowie. As the Hawkeyes outblock the Buckeyes 7-6. Digs were 34-33 Buckeyes. But the Buckeyes win, serve, and receive. 8 aces, 7 errors. As Iowa has 5 aces and 11 errors. And Iowa couldn't quite overcome that part of the battle. And the Buckeyes hit 270 while Iowa only hit 207. On similar number of kills, Iowa actually had more swings. So that'll do it here from Columbus. We'll be right back tomorrow night. Again, an hour earlier as Iowa takes on the Penn State Nittany Lions at 5:30 Iowa time. And we'll be back at it. Buckeyes get the sweep. Appreciate you listening. I'm John Evans. This has been Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield. Take care. Have a great Thursday night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Go Hawks.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this has been Iowa Hawkeye Volleyball, brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.